Welcome back to another Roblox Assassin Trading episode. This is Roblox Assassin Trading episode 4, and I trade for a champion blade. So for anyone new to this series, basically what this series is a place where I talk about all the trades that I do that are pretty big, and I basically talk about if they were either a win or a lose, so I talk about the demand and also the value given and received. So getting right into this, I'll basically show all the items that I did give for my champion blade on screen now. So as you can see, I did do a ton of knives for my champion blade, and it totals at 2,816 exotics without any demand on the items. Now if we were to add demand onto the items, it would be about 5,478 exotics total. So now the smartest thing to do is talk about how much champion blade goes for. Champion blade is currently held at 3,400 exotics without any demand. It goes for over 5,500 in demand. Please do keep the note, when I said 5,500, I meant 5,500 in champion items other than champion blade. Found it important to say this because I do know it goes for over 5,500 excluding demand and sabers. According to the value list, I profited by about 584 exotics excluding demand. If we were going by demand, I would have profited by about 22 exotics. So realistically, I probably profited by about 22 exotics doing this trade. So now I'm going to be talking about the demand on the items that I did for my champion blade. The champion axes done in this trade are probably one of the biggest parts, held at around 5,000 exotics in this trade. Doing these champion axes was an even part of the trade. I mean, technically I did do a high amount. I mean, maybe I was able to give a little bit less, but personally I don't think that would have been worth it because it would have taken all the time to get less. Moving ourselves into the runic blade, held at around 21 exotics in the trade. The runic blade's a pretty average item. I wouldn't really say it's special. Now pushing ourselves into the mythic section of this trade. The Inferno, which was a pretty bad item in the trade at the moment. Then the Behemoth is also a dropping item at the moment, and then also the Frizendo's pretty bad, and so is the Seraph, and that's all the mythics. Morally, the mythics are all some pretty bad items. Now moving ourselves into the exotic section. Scorched Battle Axe is a pretty average item. It isn't exactly high in the demand, and then going to the Corrupted Axe is also pretty average in the demand, not very high either. Now the Skeleton King, in fact, is the pretty high demand item in the trade, which I personally still think I could get an even better higher demand item when trading my champion blade. As a whole, I would say the exotics are some pretty average items. Making this a little bit faster, the legendaries and commons are all some pretty average items. I wouldn't personally say they're all that special though. I do know that the legendaries and commons wouldn't really get an upgrade, which they really did. So basically as a whole, by doing this trade, I turned about 400 exotics in average demand into about 400 exotics in all high demand. For anyone a little bit confused of how I turned 400 exotics in average/low demand to about 400 exotics in all high demand, I'll explain that now. As I discussed, champion blade gets 5,500 in all very high demand. I did 5,100 in all very high demand, and the other 400 were some very average demand. As a whole, I turned 400 exotics in average demand into a high demand 400, and then as for the exotics, I won by 22 exotics. Morally, I would say I took a win in this trade. I wouldn't say I made a significant win, but yeah, that's the trade. Thank you all for taking all your time to watch this trading episode. I'll see you in the next one.